Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss the solution for merge two sorted arrays. Okay, so in this question we have been given two sorted list of integers and we need to merge them, form a one sorted array. Okay, and you can clearly see that we need to complete this task in linear time complexity. So let's do this. So for example, we have been given list 1 and list 2 like this. List 1 contains 2, 7, 9, 13 and 15. List 2 contains 5, 8, 12, 19, 25, 30 and 31. We need to create a resultant list. Alright. So how we are going to do this? So we will take two pointers which are going to point at the current element. For list 1, let's say I. For list 2, let's say J. Let me write it resultant as okay. So this is my resultant and this is my I and this is my J. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare ith element with jth element. Okay, list I is I and list 2 is J, and see which of them is smaller. The smaller element will be appended to my resultant list and then I will be increased. Alright, so let's see. 2 is smaller than 5. Yes, so I will append 2 to my resultant list and I will be increased and I will point to 7. Now 5 and 7. 5 is smaller, so 5 will be appended and J will now point to 8. Okay, now 7 is smaller or 8? 7 is smaller. 7 is appended and I is pointing here. Now 8 and 9. 8 is smaller. Now 8 is appended and now J is pointing here. 13 and 12. Oh, sorry. 9 and 12. 9 is smaller, so 9 will be appended and I will be increased. I will point to 13. Alright. Now 12 and 13. 12 is smaller, so 12 will be appended and J will point to 19. 13 and 19. 13 is smaller, so 13 will be appended and I will be increased and now I will point to 15. Okay. Now 15 and 19. 15 is obviously smaller, so 15 will be appended and I will be increased. Now I will not point to anything because we have only 5 elements and now I is trying to point to 6th element, which is not possible. Okay, so I is now pointing to no element in this list 1. Okay, so list 1 is empty now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to append all these elements one by one to my resultant list. Okay, so J was pointing to 19, so 19 is appended. Now J points to 25, so 25 is appended. Now J points to 30, 30 is appended. Now J points to 31, 31 is appended. And now J does not point to anything. So it means that my resultant list is filled with all the elements that are present in list 1 and list 2. Okay, and you can count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So resultant list has 12 elements. List 1 had 5 elements. List 2 had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 elements. So you can do the maths. We got 12 elements that are from list 1 and list 2 and that all are in sorted order. Okay, so now for the time complexity. See, we were comparing both of these elements from list 1 and list 2 and trying to append to our resultant list. Okay, each time we compare and append to our resultant list. So you can say that my program for this merge to sorted arrays run for n plus m times. If the size of my list 1 is m and size of list 2 is n. Okay, so n plus m times my loop is running. So it means that my time complexity is linear, which is O of n. Alright, so I have took the case in which the size of list 1 and list 2 is not equal. Okay, suppose if their size are equal, then n plus m will mean 2n, which is nothing but on. Okay, so that's all for the merge to sorted list. So let's now code this. Okay, so first we need to create pointers for pointing to our list 1 and list 2. I1 equals I equals 0 and j equals 0, and we need a resultant list. Here it is. Let's do while loop. Okay, we have used ARR here, so let's make it list 1 and list 2. Okay, now while I is less than length of list 1 or j is less than length of list 2. Now what this means is that there is some element in my list 1 if I is less than length of my list 1 and j is less than length of list 2, means that there is some element in my list 2 which is to be appended to my resultant list. Okay, so if I is less than list 1, I is less than list 2, okay, I have made a mistake. I have to use or and. Now what this means is that the element present in both list 1 and list 2. If this is the case, then only we need to compare the element from list 1 and list 2. List 1 I is smaller than list of list 2 j, then I need to append list 1's I. Okay, ith element of list 1. Okay, result dot append list 1 I, and I need to update my I by 1. I plus equals 1, else I need to do opposite. Need to do list 2 jth element of list 2 and increase j by 1. Now if my list 1 is empty, if or if there is only element in list 1, I will write list 1 I is less than list 1. It means that only list 1 has some element left. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to append from my list 1, and I'm going to increase I in each row. Else if this is not the case, then only one case is remaining where second list has element left. So what I'm going to do, same I'm going to append elements from list 2 and increase j. Alright, now I have written code for putting elements in my resultant list. Okay, now I need to print those elements line wise, so I'm going to use for k in range length of resultant list and print result k. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, indentation error. It's been accepted for our sample test case. Let's run for all test cases. Okay, we got 10 out of 10, which means that we have merged two sorted lists and combined them into a single sorted list. Okay, and we have done so in linear time complexity as we were told to do so. So that's all for the merged two sorted arrays. I hope that you have understood the concept of merging two sorted arrays. Okay, so this concept is going to be very useful when you will try to learn the merge sort. So if you haven't understood it yet, I will suggest you to watch this video again and see its dry run so that you will be able to understand it more thoroughly. With this, I like to end this video and see you in the next one.